Hello everybody, this is the Retro Bear back in the gaming pantry once again for a pickups video for the 22nd of August. And apologies, it's been a few weeks since we managed to get some videos up, but hopefully these sort of 3 or 4 that have gone up quite quickly will be sustaining your appetite for rubbish pickups from people who should know better. But if you did watch the last video, and why not, if not, go back and watch it, there was an epiphany. And things will change slightly, maybe, I don't know. People say stupid stuff on YouTube all the time, don't they? Jesus Christ, what the hell is that? My God. I was going to introduce the game in the room, but can anybody else see that? What was that? What was that stuff I was drinking earlier? Oh, so it's not just me. All right, okay, we can all see that then. All right, okay, yeah. Holy cack, that's scary. Yes, it's the Retro Bear here once again with some more pickups for the month of October? of August. I don't know, that stuff I was drinking earlier. I was just seeing these visions of like multicoloured sort of bears and elephants and donkeys and all sorts going on. I've since been informed that is actually the game in the background. Yeah, more pickups, 22nd of August. Thank you very much indeed. Not 22nd of August. Yeah, 22nd of August. Welcome back to the gaming pantry. God, it's been a long day so far. Doing 2 or 3 of these back to back really does sort of take it out of you. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about the game in the room. This is from Rare Software. And this is Viva Pinata, which I believe is a TV series. I don't know anything about it, I'm afraid. I've heard of it, but that's about far as it is. And it runs in 60 hertz. And I think I got this from a charity shop for £1. And I think CX was selling it for 6 or 8 at the time. I can't remember. So, yeah, it looked completely bonkers. But that's my sort of game, isn't it, really? I quite like bonkers games. I am a bonkers person, apparently. My own words, not anybody else's. I hope you're all well. Thank you very much indeed for tuning in if you are here for the first time. Brilliant. That's fantastic. Thank you very much indeed for clicking the button and giving it a go. If you do like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and you know that bell thing there? You tick that and it'll tell you when I put more videos up. And then you can decide whether you want to watch them or not. That's the great thing about YouTube. You don't have to watch everything. I don't, knock on your door personally and say, "Hey, why don't you watch my videos?" If you are back here again for the, I don't know, more than first time, thank you very much indeed. It's great to see you back, and I'm glad you keep coming back and watching this, because I'm glad somebody does, because I'm not sure what else I'd be doing if you weren't. I really don't know. Probably playing some of this plastic tat, actually, if I want to spend my time making videos and coming up with ideas for videos and things like that, like those really bad starts. I don't know what I'll be doing. I'll be playing some of these games for a change. Be nice, wouldn't it? Someone asked me the other day, said, when did you last finish a game? Possibly summer of 1992. I really have no idea. It's been so long. I tend to start stuff like most things in life and just move on from it and get bored with it anyway. So if you didn't watch the last video, why the hell not? But more importantly, there was an epiphany. Very much like something like, sort of beam of light shining upon myself, my balding bonce, and some sort of angelic music playing at the same time. But no, there isn't. The reason being is because I've decided possibly now that rather than sort of collecting en masse and just buying rubbish, not rubbish, because my interpretation of rubbish and your interpretation of rubbish are going to be 2 completely different things. I'm always a person, and I know that a lot of people say the same thing, that I like to give the benefit of the doubt to things. I like to sort of think, well, it might necessarily be a crap game, or you might think it's a crap game, and I know it's a crap game, but I want to play it first, see if it is or not. And there's enough benefit in there to get some play enjoyment out of it, then I will do so. But mostly speaking, a lot of this stuff. But it's just playing some of these games. And I thought, I'm no longer going to go walk in somewhere and think I've got to come back with stuff just to do a video. No, I'm not doing it anymore. I was going to go in and buy stuff that's relevant for what I want to collect for, or that I think is a good deal, and pick it up from there. I explained it better in my last video. Go and have a look. And what we've got here today is some Xbox stuff, some Wii stuff. I say stuff, I'm not talking like one Wii game, 3 Xbox games and 2 360 games, and a stack of DS. I'm not... Now, if you saw my last video, and again, why the hell not, there was a stack of DS games, and that I'm not sort of going to start hammering the DS. It's just that I got in the habit of sort of doing eBay. And again, the story about that in my last one is very much a story about these, which we'll get to in a bit. But they're simply too good an opportunity to pass up and sort of say, do you know what, I'm going to not do this. Anyway, before we launch into that, a bit of a channel update for you. So I won't get a chance to do this in my next video. What's been going on the channel? Very, very little. Which is my own fault, because I'm just been had a week off work, went back to work, and then before I know it, the 5 weeks between that and my next week off work have gone, and I've not really done a lot. What's going on? Barely Played. Yes, thanks to those who've been watching the Barely Played series. I know not many people do, because it's gameplay and nobody really wants to watch that unless I'm going to sit there and show you how to play a game all the way through to start to finish. And if my track record is I've completed one game in the last 28 years, I ain't going to be doing that. It's just me showing you a bit of the game and having a bit of a voiceover with it. Those of you who watched it, enjoyed it, been really, really complimentary about it. Thank you very much indeed for that. Yeah, Barely Played. It's just short gameplay videos and me doing commentary. I like doing them. I'm going to record some more stuff and do more of those. The podcast, the TMB podcast, which we used to do every Sunday, I'm trying to remember where we are now in time. But I can't remember now. Where were we? 22nd, 21st, 23rd. So from the 23rd of August, that was our last weekly episode, because we're going to go bi-weekly or every fortnight. It's probably bi-weekly, so, but every fortnight from there on in. Just because, one, we think it's more easy to get more people involved, because it's very difficult to get, last couple of episodes I think we managed to get sort of 2 people and myself on there, and everybody's got their own lives. We all had a bit of conversation, but everybody's got their own lives to do it, and sometimes it's not always easy to make ourselves available. And also, as well, I think by not doing every week, doing every other week keeps it a bit fresh, so we can sort of, if things happen between episodes, we can sort of use those and bring those into they may not happen, we never know, but it is sort of thing to try and freshen up. So from the 6th of September onwards, it'll be every 2 weeks. So we did last weekly one's the 23rd of August, next one's scheduled for the 6th of September, and it's every 2 weeks until then. We've done 21 of them. They've been really well received by those people who enjoy them. If you've never listened to one, there'll be a thing up there probably saying, go and listen to the podcast at some point. Some great, we just discuss anything. Sometimes we don't even know what we're going to discuss until half an hour before we go on, and sometimes that shows, but anyway, it's how we do things. We're on the fly. Desert Island Games, those are, again, I appreciate some of these sort of things I listen to are incredibly long, and it's not the fault of anybody. It's just that it's just how things go. We had Griffo's Retro Gaming on, we had Retrohead Steve on, we had Retro 48K on. Upcoming episodes, Time Warp James. I did promise I was trying to get those over the bank holiday. Obviously things didn't quite turn out like that, but they will go up very, very soon. Me and James spoke for about 4 hours, so that's going to be sort of 3 episodes. I know, but people like listening to these things. I got a great compliment from on a retro tip who listened to the Retrohead Steve one when he was driving somewhere for the day, and it kept him company. And that's what they're there for. And when people turn around and say, I really enjoyed that, it kept me company doing this. Brilliant, that's exactly what they're there for. So upcoming episode, recorded with Time Warp James, I've got potentially 4 more people who are going to be coming on and doing a recording at some point in the next couple of 3 weeks or so for later episodes. If you want to come on Desert Island Games, go and listen to what we've done already. Me talking to you about games that you'd like to get stuck in the desert island with, and your gaming history. If that's something you want to come and talk about, be happy to interview you for a couple of hours or so, however long it takes. 4 hours in James's case. Great fun to do. I appreciate it takes a lot of people's time to listen to it, but it's in a format where it's sort of easily, sort of used for people on the move, people want to sit at home, wherever, in the car, at lunch, whatever, all those sort of things. So potentially 4 more episodes coming up for those to record beyond the one I'm going to stick up soon. Like I say, if you want to come on, my email address will be in the description below. Drop me a line. It'd be great to hear from you. And anybody who wants to come and talk about games, fantastic. That's brilliant. So there's that. There's the pickups videos. What other videos do we do? I've done some collection videos. Wii U collections up, which went really, really well. Probably handheld next. I've got quite a few handhelds to sort out. Got Game Boy, Game Boy Advance. We got Game Gear, DS, Switch. I'm going to put the Switch in that, possibly. I don't know, we'll have to see. 3DS. Yeah, pick the 3DS up. That's all. Have I? Yeah, another story coming up shortly. Another episode. I say I've picked it up. Mrs. Bear's picked it up. She's repaired it. I'm still working out whether I want it or not. I don't know yet. It's not one of the new ones. It's one of the older ones, but I'll have to say. And yeah, so I promised you Mrs. Bear's repairs video ages ago as well. I haven't done that. We got more Mega Drives than we care to remember. We must do a showcase. We've got to do a showcase, Mrs. Bear's repairs showcase, because you're missing some great stuff there. And I really should be doing that for her as well. So we've got those collection videos, so handhelds coming up. I've done some video responses as well. Oh, unboxings. I've done Mega Drive unboxing, mini unboxing, PC Engine mini unboxing. If you didn't see those, where the hell were you? They're in the collections section, the special events section at the bottom. Right then, very bottom, keep going down there. And what else did I do? Goodness me, a couple of weeks ago, in fact this week, I played Who Wants to Be a Retro Millionaire live on YouTube. Yes, I humiliated myself for the amusement of 12 people. Thank you very much to Stu, thank you very much to Sean, thank you very much to Rob, to Mrs. Bear, to my good friend Lewis, and if anybody else I've missed you off there, I'm really, really sorry. Yes, I went on 8-Bit H's channel, which is doing an occasional series on a Thursday, or I think it's maybe a Thursday, I don't know, where we play Who Wants to Be a Retro Millionaire, where he picks a person. He emailed me out the blue and said, would I like to do it? I said, yeah, fantastic. And he asks you some questions, like who wants to be a millionaire. It's great fun. About 40 minutes or so. Video is in the TNB podcast section. I'll put a link in the description, also through to H's channel as well. Really nice guy. And yeah, I won't tell you how I did, because that will spoil it, won't it? Holly went on a few weeks ago, and she did very well as well. So I think he's done, is it eight episodes now so far? People have been on there. And also, there's some people, car booters and other channels that I've never sort of heard of before, or people have heard of before, but gone across and watched them. And yeah, didn't do too badly. Didn't disgrace myself. That's the main thing, anyway. Although I will say, I will not now ever forget the answer I got wrong. But there we go. And we're playing to win a big box PC version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Well, what else are you going to win? No cash prize, but there we go. But I had a lot of fun doing that. Thanks to everybody who turned up and gave me some support on that as well. It was really, really good of you. I would have liked to have made it a bit more publicly known through various groups, but I've had problems with the old server, the IP address, and all sorts of things fell over, and we've been technically off the internet for about 3 days. Just something happened with it, so we were completely off. So I couldn't get the word out amongst everybody else. So I didn't tell anybody. It's just because I just couldn't get the information out quickly enough. But some people who did turn up and watched it we were great, and some people have gone back and watched it since then. But there will be a description there. So that's very, very briefly what I've been doing in there. I'm not done any shout-outs for the last couple of videos. Really apologise. I will do someone in the next one, which is the video for the 30th of August, which was a Sunday, because we had a big special day that was. So I'll talk about that a bit later anyway. Right, so that's that bit done. Let's now focus on the pickups. Yes, I mentioned pickups about half an hour ago before we started this. Breathe, Mr. Bear, breathe. That game is scary as hell. Oh, Jesus Christ, what is that? Is that meant to be a pig? Right, so, yes, what have we got here? So we got some, I've got a charity shop pickup, one. I've got 5 CX pickups, and we got some eBay stuff as well. And I haven't been on eBay since, and very good reason for that. Let's start with the charity shop stuff, because it's nice to have a charity shop game now. I've been bemoaning the fact recently that charity shops just don't seem to have games in. Well, they do have games in. This is what I'm getting this wrong. People sort of saying I'm wrong about this. I am wrong. Charity shops do have games in them. I'm not saying they don't, but it is like I'm visiting my friends every other week. I walk into a charity shop that I've been into 2 weeks previously, and the same games are on the shelf. It's like I'm just going to see how they are, and have they been sold yet? In that case, no, sorry, well, I better be off then, and go. And then come back 2 weeks later and possibly bring them some grapes or some flowers. I don't know. That's what it seems to be to me. And I know some people aren't finding that. Some people are finding rotations of stock. Tootie found a great find the other week, which I haven't got around. People have been talking about, but I haven't got around to seeing it yet. Might be a few months before I get around to catching up my videos again. But sometimes it just tends to be the right place at the right time. And a lot of charity shops have said that they're not taking any donations, and that is sort of crippling the stock going out on the shelves, because they ain't shifting the games that are there. They ain't putting new games out. And over the sort of last sort of couple of months or so since the shops started opening again, more and more of them have come online and back opening and what have you, and some have actually closed down and ain't coming back full stop. I've noticed at least 2 charity shops in 2 towns I go to have shut up shop and they ain't coming back. In fact, 3 actually. No, I tell a lie, 3. 3 have shut up shop and they ain't coming back. And to be honest with you, even the cash converter places, nothing particularly outstanding is going in there. Plus, I think they've got a bit more savvy to their prices as well, because they seem to be pricing things, comparison. They're slightly cheaper than CX, but they ain't still the best value on it. Long gone is the day I think I can walk in there and expect to pick up something they priced wrongly, or they just haven't think, oh, it's just a common game, we'll get rid of it, and it turns out it's actually a bit more expensive than that. But there it is. So I managed to get a game out of charity shop, and I think this game has dropped in value somewhat. I thought it was a bit more expensive than this. I thought also thought it was one of the more difficult ones of the 3 to pick up, because I've never seen it before, or when I've seen it, it's always been stupidly highly priced. This is Dance Central 2 on the Kinect for the 360. And this was out of a charity shop for £1, which is nice, because I think my first charity shop pickup since the beginning of August. So it's 2 charity shop pickups for the entire month of August. There's the back of the box. I would read out the titles, but first of all, that I really don't know many of these songs on the back here. For some reason, you've got all these modern artists who I've never even heard of before, and then you've got bloody Bananarama and Bobby Brown thrown in. I'm not sure whose bright idea that was. A couple of Lady Gaga tracks, Bad Romance and Born This Way. Hadaway, What Is Love, which is quite a little bit of a tune. Montel Jordan, God. Sir Mix-a-Lot. And a load of people I've never heard of before or couldn't care less about. Oh, God, that awful Missy Elliott song's on there. Get Your Freak On. God. Song that was probably single-handedly responsible for me turning the radio off and never turning it back on again. Also, very strangely, Lena's Satellite, which I think was the German entry that won the Eurovision Song Contest a few years back, which is a massive hit across Europe. And it's utterly terrible because she's singing this god-awful mock Cockney accent. It's more interested by that game just to listen to the music than dance to it and go, my God, this is terrible. I said in my last video that I was going to start picking up mass pickups and just buy games that I needed for my collection, or I wanted to pick up, or they were too good a value to pick up, to ignore and leave there. I was in CX. This is the next lot of section comes from CX. And I just thought I would, keep that thing, and that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. I bought this game because it's relatively cheap to pick up, and I hadn't got it. And I've already got the other 3 games in the series. So this is on the 360 as well, and this is Project Gotham Racing 3. Only because I've got the other, I've got 1, 2, and 4, and I hadn't got this one. And it's a nice condition copy for £1. I did play it though, I must be honest with you. I did sort of struggle a little bit with it. And so I do like me racing games, but I know I just found it a little bit more tricky than I thought it was going to be. But I'm going to persevere with that. But yeah, that was good fun. Let's do some Wii now. One Wii game for you. And again, a couple of games in there I needed for my collection, which were a few quid each. There was the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction game, but that looked at being rescued from a sewage farm. There's a couple of other cheap games, Littlest Pet Shop. Yeah, I know I remember about buying crap, but that's the sort of thing, if I'm going to fill that carry on with that collection, that sort of stuff I need to buy. That one was grubby as anything. I don't want to be touching stuff at the moment where I ain't sure where it's been and how long it's been since it's been. And is that relatively new poo they've got in the front of it, or is it old poo? I don't know. This one, I've got it because I've got a spare case, which is quite good because someone's had a bite out of this one. Why do people eat cases? I don't know why they do it. So I picked up SpongeBob SquarePants Truth or Square on the Wii. You probably can't see it there, maybe. Someone's eaten the side of that. I mean, why would you eat it? I don't see, there's no nutritional value in plastic. But then picture the swans with plastic bags going down their necks. It's ridiculous. But I don't mind a bit of SpongeBob. You get a hole in the back of it as well. So I don't mind a bit of SpongeBob. I think this was £3.50, £3.50. I can't remember. But I don't mind a bit of SpongeBob. I've got quite a few SpongeBob games. So that was that one. Then I bought some original Xbox stuff. I don't know using the word original Xbox because there is only one Xbox. Everything else got something else named after it. Xbox 360, for example. Xbox One. This is the Xbox. So for £2 we got, Christ, I don't know how many games there were in this series. It'll give it away by saying Worms 4. But I know there were other Worms games, weren't there? Worms Blast, I'm looking at over there as well. So Worms 4 Mayhem. But it's a nice cover. It's a nice clean copy. Looks to be very well looked after. And it was nice because my local CEX hasn't had many new Xbox games in for ages. And they appear to have some new ones in because I got picked 3 up on the same day, which is quite nice. So, yeah. Always nice to play a bit of Worms. Again, I was really surprised I got this one. So I seem to have got it on PlayStation 2. I think I've got it on the Wii as well. So I've got Need for Speed Carbon. Because, we know Mr. Bear loves a racing game. So does Retro Bear. Mr. Bear goes to work, Retro Bear does the videos. And always talks about himself in the third person. So that was £2 as well. Again, I hadn't seen that one. I wasn't even sure that was actually on the Xbox anyway, so it was a bit of a surprise to find that one. I know the underground ones were on it and the most wanted ones were on it, but I didn't realise Carbon was on it. And then finally, again, I didn't realise that there was a game in this series on the Xbox either. And even more surprisingly, that I hadn't got it, and this is Tomb Raider Legend. With Keely Hawes doing the voice. Why do I know that? Because I was reading her Wikipedia page the other day, because I was watching Pointless. Yeah, it just sums my life up in one sentence, that doesn't it, really? But I didn't even know there was... she made it to the Xbox. I know she was on the 360. We got Underworld and the Tomb Raider reboot. And obviously the Rise of the Tomb Raiders on Xbox One, I think. Isn't it? Is it on the 360 as well? I don't know. But yeah, that was £1. £1 for that. Great. So that was my CEX and charity chop spend. So I think 1, 2, 5, about £10 worth there. So that's not too bad. And it's not buying stuff which I'm gonna regret. It's stuff that even the Dance Central game, yes, I don't regret buying that because I'm trying to collect the Kinect games for the 360. That sort of fits into that thing. Yeah, so that was it. Then, right, we were doing DS stuff again, weren't we? Yeah. eBaying, and this was again done at the end of July, but because the seller happened to be away, this sort of took about 3 weeks to come through. So I'm shoving it in this pickups video, although it probably should have been there. They were again, I was going on eBay late at night, going on after 10 o'clock, I don't know why, and then all of a sudden, having had success with the bundle in my last pickups video, the first one, 8th of August, I came across some more DS stuff, and I thought, oh, this looks good. Some bundles here, 6 games in each bundle, and within each bundle there appeared to be some rather good quality games. And I thought, oh, well, these seem a bit better than the usual guff that you get. And I've mixed them up, so I can't remember now what was in what. But this particular, it's from the same seller, split them up, 2 auctions of 6 games. And I think they were priced, starting bid was £10. Postage was £3.50. So nobody else bid on them apart from me. I managed to win them. So for £27, I picked these games up and again did my research beforehand. And there are some games in here which sort of trade in or sell for a lot more. In fact, I think certainly on possibly one of the games, I've already, the cost of the game in CEX outweighs the actual auction value of the 6 games that it would have come with. So from that point of view, I'm already winning on that one. I think when I added these up to that one, I think the one previous I got 14 games for, I think £35 retail. I think I picked up these 27 games here, and I think they probably clocked in at around about £60, something like that retail value. 50, 60 quid. So again, good saving to do that. I'm not buying these to resell. These will go into my collection. Even the rubbish ones. And even the rubbish ones, to be honest with have got some. I think there's only one game in here which retails in CX at a quid. Everything else is sort of like £2 and upwards. So if you're buying a lot of 6 games, £2 each, that's £12. That's near enough what I paid for the auction. But I know that the way it was split up, that some of the games were moved across the auctions just to give, you'll need to get those crap games with that really good one. Or those two, you can have 2 really good games, but I'm going to give you 4 crap ones or 4 not so good ones at the same time. That's how it works. I can't remember. I wish I could remember now what order they came in. But I can't. So we'll just have to go with this, I'm afraid. So let's show you what was in these 12 games. Game I got on the Wii. I've said that a few times already, haven't I? This is Drawn to Life. Now, the idea of this one is you draw your own character, and then it goes into the game. There is the U-Draw version of this for the Wii, which is all rather exciting. The great thing about these as well is I think possibly maybe there's one manual missing out. There's a lot more 2 at the very, very most. But that is meant to be quite a good game if it works properly, because I think it used to crash quite a bit. Certainly on the Wii, the Wii version's got a bit of a worse reputation. But watch your drawing come to life. Your hero, your adventure. Bit of fun. I like those sort of games. Great. Probably a bit of fodder. As this game came across on so many different systems. This is the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Probably a crappy tie-in. Interesting point here about the DS case, which Mrs. Bear made when we were going through these when they came in the post, is why were these so terrible? Why did these not sort of grip better? Because it's not as if the space it's got there for the clip, which I don't know where you can see that. I mean, if you've got a DS, you can't see it's bright white. But those who've got DS case will not, and probably know what I'm talking about. That just doesn't sit properly because everything else moves inside. So when you close that, it still moves around in there. So you get battered sort of manuals, which is a bit disappointing, really. And we're just sort of debating that because the American cases seem to be an awful lot better. A lot thinner. You could probably get 1.5 games stacked compared to 1. Because we were looking at the 3DS cases as well the other day, and they're thinner. And why on earth they couldn't have made these cases, the DS cases, like the 3DS ones? I don't know. Somebody will know something about it a bit more than I will. He'll care more anyway. First game which was worth a bit of money. This is Star Wars. No, it's not. It's Sonic the Hedgehog in Sonic Chronicles, the Dark Brotherhood, which I've never heard of before. But I am been reliably informed by a close friend. It's not a bad game. I don't even know if it's a Sonic. It looks like it's from Sonic RPG or something. A brand new journey of battles, exploration and discovery. Select your team of Sonic and his friends to fight new enemies, explore new worlds and defeat a mysterious new menace. 20 areas, up to 11 characters. So I don't know. But I don't mind. I'll happily play Sonic games and see what they're like. But yes, that was the first one that was worth a bit of money in there. What have we got here? Another tie-in. This is the Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, which I know nothing about. Yeah, got one of those nice sort of cinematic covers inside with lots of pictures and things to amuse yourself with. Journey back to Narnia, where a new age has begun. I didn't bother going back after the first film because I didn't particularly enjoy it. Don't particularly like the one Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, full stop. I never liked it as a kid. There's a horrible animated version we were made to watch as well, which was horrible. Horrible film. Now this is what I think was the cheapest game that we sort of worked out in there, maybe £1, £1.50, is Go-Go's Crazy Bones. Go Crazy. I have absolutely no idea what this game... I still don't know what this game is about. And I've just sat here, read the back cover, and I still don't know. It says back of the box says prepare for battle. It says challenging puzzles and 75 levels of fun. So it's going to be a puzzle game. So in a way, that sort of piques my interest. 30 of your favourite Go-Go's. I'm guessing that'll be a toss-up between Belinda Carlisle and Jane Wiedlin. It's a difficult one, that one. didn't mind a bit of Belinda Carlisle when I was younger, I must be honest with you. Mind you, Jane Whelan had that one song, Rush Hour. I didn't hear anything else after that. Then they reformed. Did they reform? Yes, they did, I think. Anyway, age-old references, Down with the Kids, me. And Take Down the House in battle mode. So, no idea. It looks like some sort of puzzle game. But, yeah. I'm the cheapest game amongst a lot, and I will certainly give that a go. Everybody picks this one up, don't they? Oh, yeah, it's worth a few quid, this one. There we go. Bloody Peppa Pig. It's only Peppa Pig on the Retro Bear channel. I have a Peppa Pig game for the Wii, which I picked up for a quid, which is never seems to drop below £6 in terms of retail value. 11 games and activities. I've never watched an episode of Peppa Pig. Why should I? I'm 44 bloody years old. Why should I be watching Peppa bloody Pig? I ain't got any kids. Someone's had a go at that as well, but I'm eating it on the side there. Let's see. There's the back of the box. But you know what? I'm going to keep that and have a go at it and see what the fuss is all about. I've got nothing else better to do. A couple of Lego games were in these lots, which is great. So we got Lego Indiana Jones, the original adventure. It's a game I've now got on the Wii. I've got on the... I think I got on the PlayStation 2. No, I've got on the Wii. I've got on the 360. Now I've got it on DS. There we go. Build, battle and brawl your way out of trouble. Again, the Lego games seem to split people down the middle. People love them, people hate them. If you hate them, tough, because there's some more coming. This is Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, which I've probably got across the PlayStation 2, the Xbox 360, the Wii, and now the DS. Why? I don't know. You see, all these really, really nice condition. Like I said, maybe one manual missing out the whole lot. In fact, I may have even got that wrong. I don't know. Kick some brick in 1 through 6, which is always quite fun. Yeah, Lego game. It's not bad, that one. Just 4 to go now. This was another one which was worth a few quid. This is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games, which is the Vancouver 2010 edition. Remember 2010, where we were able to go and do things like skiing, like the danger of killing other people, let alone ourselves. There we go. So always hold their value, these sort of games. Interesting to see how that'll play on the DS. I'm not quite sure. I couldn't quite get on with it on the old. It was all right on the Wii, I think. I just couldn't get on with it because it's got this stupid sort of power mode. Just give me like Mario and Sonic doing sport. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Don't give me these like special power-up moves and all that cobblers, because that ain't what I'm here to play for. Whether a simulator or not. This is American copy, because you can tell for 2 reasons. This is Club Penguin's Elite Force. Yes. There's a Club Penguin game. Why are we doing some American game, Retro Bear? Well, 1, you can see the classification. It says E, which is E, because Americans slightly differently. And 2, it's the slightly different case. Those who collect 3DS will notice it's probably a bit more like the cases we have over here for 3DS. It's what we talked about. How better these are. Look at how well that manual is snug in there. That manual don't move around. It fits perfectly. There's enough space for it to drop out, so you're going to bend it over. It slides back in there, beautifully held, and a very nice holder for your cartridge as well. Why on earth we didn't get these cases, I don't know. I know a lot of DS collectors prefer these cases. There's the back of it as well. Club Penguin's always... I got a Club Penguin game on the Wii. It's what it is. It's penguins. You don't club the penguins, sadly. For those people who enjoy that sort of thing, I don't. Nor do I condone the actions of clubbing penguins. Except those dancing ones in Happy Feet. Penultimate game is Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Scythe. Depending on what you sort of think, is either the best film of the first 3 or the least worst film of the first 3 that they did, the second 3 that they did, or the first 3 that, I don't know. I saw that in the cinema. I didn't think it was that bad. I've got this game on the 360 and the PlayStation. I'm sure it's slightly different on the DS, which makes me wonder, because this would have been, what, 2005 when this came out, possibly? Yes, 2005, so 15 years old. That makes me feel desperately old. And then the game which sort of swung it for me regardless, full stop, which is really, really silly, because you never used to hear me talk about this game ever in this form whatsoever, and that is Mario Kart DS. Which I think sells for 15 quid in CX. So as you can see what I said there, this game in one of the bundles made up for buying the other ones to go at the same time. It would cost me that anyway. Got the things wrong with it. It's probably the tattiest one of the lot, which is a real shame. And also, it's the German version, because it tells me that it's not instructions, it's Spielanleitung. Although there are actually English. I mean, as if you need instructions to play Mario Kart. Honestly. I mean, you know, and it does actually. The instructions are in German on the back there, the back of the game. But, you know, if you play Mario Kart, you know what you need to do. Drive very, very quickly, throw weapons at people, win races. That's all you need to do. It is the tattiest one of the lot. It's not overly tatty, but that was worth it just the one lot. And like I said, 20, 27 quid include, with the postage including that 27 quid. And there's some good games in that. There's, refreshingly, it's not all kids' games. It's not all hidden object games. Not that I object to hidden object games, because I want to try those out and give them a go. But, there are some fair old titles in there. A couple of kids' games in there, the Go-Go's and the Peppa Pigs. But you got Mario Kart Episode 3 Star Wars. You got Mario and Sonic. You got 2 Lego games in there. Drawn to Life. And the Sonic Chronicle game. So I think that to me is about right. So some expansion in there. That's not bad. So yes, that was all you've seen today, about 35, 37 quid, which is, a bit more than I usually spend. But what we got there, 12, 18 games. Yeah, about £2 each. Ain't bad, is it really? You'd take that all day long, wouldn't you? You went to car boot, you'd probably say, I don't know, pay a lot less than that. But, £2 each, I'll take that all day long. That keeps it a nice average. We can keep it, £1 to £2 bracket, balance it all out. Everybody's a winner. Happy days. And on that jolly note, it's time for me to go and do something else. Maybe spend some time with Mrs. Bear. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I spend all my time up here playing games. But anyway, thank you for listening, as always. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, tick the bell thing. Keep your eyes updated for other things that are going on. Like I said, there are a few things I'm hoping to do over the next few days, a few weeks or so, more episodes of different things, and keep churning the content out. If I can't do the pickups, just churn the content out and do things. Podcast back on the 6th of September. Don't forget to tune in with myself and a couple of the TMB lads. And Desert Island Games episode coming up shortly with Time Walk James, when I can get round to putting it all together and sorting it out. Yeah, great stuff. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Thank you very much indeed for watching, as always. This is the Retro Bear saying Oodle 2, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Until then, take care. Bye for now.